Oh, we're still talking. We're doubling up now.
We're doubling up. Oh, let's see how many go off.
We've got both of us. Look
right, we've got Simon here doing his Friday morning live. Look,
Friday Focus.
Look at him, he has a light. He has a fancy little light. Why isn't the light switched on?
It was too bright. Look at that this morning.
No, I don't bother with that. You just get me in all my glory. So he's doing a live. He's just finishing 6:30 it is. Into my private monthly membership, the Tribe, and then I do a Monday morning. Sam does a Friday morning. We have lovely Sam Wild, the bearded coach, doing a Wednesday night, and Shelley does Wednesday morning. So, they're still on. Come on.
There's a time delay. So you've got to go off here. Jill just said thank you. Pleasure, Jill. That sounds like, what is it, Strictly Come Dancing, isn't it? Giovanni always says
well, because he's into gratitude. Barbara Evans has got a gold. We've been on them lot. They're still on there.
Jane just said she can't get a gold now. Jane, I'm
Kathy
sorry.
Ann has got a silver. Let's have a look. And Paula, no Tribers have got medals this morning because they're too busy still on here talking to Simon. Come on, Tribers, over you come. Right, then you say bye to you all outside.
Yeah, bye to Matt. Well, they might be the same lot. Anyway. Bye, everybody. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend. If you don't get over yourself. Yeah,
look, he's in my condiment cupboard. I like to balance my phone.
I can't. Anyway, it's getting distracting.
Just get off, man.
See you later.
Honestly. Is he off yet? Right, he's off. Move your phone and let me get in my position. Sorry, everybody. Friday morning, Simon does his live. Let's see who else we've got on. Hi, Joanna. Hi, Jane. Oh, Deborah Ashton. First. Come on, she's trying. On we come, lovely. Hi, Kim. Right, let me have my cupboard back. Thank you, Si. We'll go on a Friday morning. I do a Monday morning in the Tribe. It's like, we call it Magic Monday because it's not fitness, it's stuff like this. Not necessarily this book, but always something to be said to get you going for the week. And like Simon does a Friday morning, he talks a lot about habits and he really makes you think he's a bit more sensible than me, which is good. And then we have my coach, lovely Sam Wild, who does some amazing coaching on a Wednesday night. And then we have lovely Shelley doing a yoga and a meditation and her wise words on a Wednesday morning. And you don't have to watch them all live. You don't. Obviously, you can watch them whenever you want. It's up to you. So who have we got? Let me crack on. So good morning, Jill and Christine and Helen. Good morning, and Laura. So look at all the Tribers are coming on. Right, a lot of people, and I've put it on now, we've made a decision before I get going. It's not a very long one this morning. Magical people who make a difference. That's what we're going to be talking about. But before I do, a lot of people have been asking, what's the Tribe? Can I join the Tribe? And we're having a lot of requests to join the Tribe on the Facebook group. But obviously we can't accept anybody because it's shut. It's a closed private membership. And we only open it up about 4 times a year. It's only just open. The last lot of joiners were about 5 weeks ago. And they're doing brilliantly. Honestly, I had some lovely emails from them saying how much of a difference it's made already to them. And so it's not due to open again till mid-February. And that's it. Not due to open till mid-Feb. But we have, and I hate Black Friday stuff. I never do anything. I'd rather do Yellow Wednesday. But, it's just easy for people to remember. So for one day only... Morning Ashley, morning Margaret. For one day only, on Black Friday, we're going to open the doors to new members. Just one day. None of this open for a week business with loads of advertising and all that. None of that. It's one day only. We're opening the Tribe. So I've put the link on. You can find out all about it rather than me going on about it here. And you can join. If you click join now, you can just join a wait list. And that's not committing you. Once you're on the wait list, I'm not going to come and pinch your £5 no. Going, so it's, but that's it. One day only, we're going to open the Tribe. So the newbies who joined 5-6 weeks ago won't be newbies anymore. I know there's definitely some of you who are desperate to join. So we'll just see what happens. But it is amazing. There's a whole members only website. You've got a whole website to yourself with loads of fitness, yoga, fitness challenges, coaching videos, loads of resources, loads of fitness plans, protein recipe packs, veggie recipe packs, the 5-day challenges on there, there's the juice cleanse, everything's on there. And then you've got the most incredible private Facebook community. If you've loved this sort of feel on here, I mean, this is an open, not private group, you know, but you imagine getting it in a private group. Obviously, we don't do the magic every morning. You don't need it because the tribe's magic all the bloody time. Isn't it, Carol? Carol's in it. So it is, and she's done brilliantly as Carol, and it's just fabulous. We'll get into your head and we'll just make you realise that you can just be your best self. And it's all stuff like this, you know, it's not all about press-ups and burpees. So I do love it, I'm really proud of it, but I love the people in it. You know, there's about 450 women in there, and it's just incredible, it really is. So I've never known such a supportive community on Facebook for me personally. So morning dawn, so let's get going with today. Day 12, please do share it. I forgot to ask you. Suzanne, the tribe is awesome. Jill, you'll never regret joining the tribe. Loads of stuff, new friends and lots of laughs too. It really is, isn't it? Deborah's been in from the beginning, haven't you, Deborah? Brilliant. So please do share it. Again, there was another email yesterday from a lady who's only just joined. She joined 3 days ago because a friend shared it and she's been crying. She says she's just been crying with gratitude that she feels like she's found it at just the right time. And she can't believe it because it's the 3 videos that she's watched has really helped. And she reads everybody's comments as well, she said. And she says that's really helped her because she's just been feeling really isolated, worrying about everything that's going to happen. It's just a really awful time, isn't it? It's understandable how you can sit and fester and worry, and then it just becomes all consuming. So whoever shared that, to that, I won't give you a name, to that lovely lady, it nearly made me cry, the email, honestly. Whoever shared that, just thank you. That magic is going to come back to you, I tell you, because I really do believe in that. So you've shared it and somebody's seen it and now it's having that effect on that person. So thank you, Patricia. It really does. It gave me goosebumps, honestly. And I just wish I knew who'd shared it because then I'd message them and thank them personally. Because to know that you're making a difference to somebody's life is just the best gift of all, you know. And I can't do it on my own. I can't, because how Facebook works, it doesn't show you stuff anymore. So thank you to all of you who share it, even if you've only just shared it once. I know some people don't like to keep constantly sharing, then others don't give a shit, they just share, you know, and then some would rather not, and I respect all of them. So anyway, Sally, come on, day 12, magical people who made a difference. Are we ready? There's a quote by Albert Schweitzer in 1875. It was a Nobel Peace Prize, and I've probably said it wrong. Right, at times our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each one of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lighted the flame within us. I mean, how true is that? At times our own light goes out. Oh, that's got to me actually, because it's so true and I've never heard it described like that before. I'm going to pinch that. Thank you, Albert. At times our own light goes out and is rekindled by sparks from another person. So do you know what it reminds me of? Quite often your light goes out and you join the tribe. I know it sounds like a really cheesy link, that, but it's so true. I see a lot of women join the tribe whose lights have gone out, and to see them be relit by the community and the people in there is truly awe-inspiring. So that is so true, but it might not be now. It could have been something that happened in the past. So let's have a look. Oh, do you know what a lovely way of putting it. So I can't resist that one. Kate, I joined the tribe 5 weeks ago and I feel I've made almost 400 plus new friends. I just love it. Oh, that's so lovely. Right, every one of us has received help, support or guidance from other people at particular times in our life when we needed it most. Sometimes another person alters the course of our life through their encouragement, guidance, or just being there at the right time, and then life goes on. And we tend to forget those times when one person touched us or changed our life. Sometimes you don't even realise the impact a person has until well into the future. When you look back on your life and realise that a particular person was pivotal in magically changing the direction of your life for the better. The person may have been a teacher or coach, an uncle, aunt, sibling, grandparent, or any family member. They may have been a doctor, a nurse, or best friend. They may have been the person who introduced you to your current partner or to a particular interest that became one of your greatest passions. Maybe there was someone you didn't even know and they appeared in your life very briefly, performing a random act of kindness that touched you to the core. My grandmother gave me my love for books, cooking and the countryside by sharing her love of those things with me. All of them have affected and changed the course of my life. Cooking became a passion of mine for over 20 years. My love of books eventually led to me becoming a writer, and my love of the countryside has influenced where I've lived throughout my life. My grandmother also disciplined me with a steel hand to say thank you. At the time I thought she was just teaching me to be polite, and it was only later in life I realised that teaching me to say the magic words was the greatest gift my grandmother could ever give me. Right, your job for today. So, oh, Jane, bless you. I said, when you joined the tribe and your light's gone out, she said, my goodness, that was me at the beginning of this year, and then I found you. And I know, Jane, what a coincidence, wasn't it? Jane and I met on a retreat I took myself off to in February down, I even forget where it was. It was past Preston anyway, down south. And I'd been there for 3 days, and then Jane walked, and I just remember thinking this beautiful woman with the most amazing hair. And we just got along, you know, and I was only there for another couple of days, but... and then she ended up following me and joined the tribe, and she's just brilliant. But yeah, I just remember the most glorious hair and the most big smile. So thank you, Jane. That's lovely. So your job for today, everybody, today you are going to think about the magical people who have impacted your life. Find a quiet place alone sometime during the day and sit down and think of 3 extraordinary people who have made a difference in your life. Once you have your 3 people, work with one person at a time and talk out loud to each person as though they were present, telling him or her the reasons why you're grateful to them and how they affected the course of your life. Right, important. Make sure, apparently, you do this magical practice with all 3 people in one session, because it will take your feeling of gratitude to a far deeper level. If you split up the magical practice throughout the day, you will not feel the same depth of gratitude, nor receive the magical results. Here's an example of what you might say. So I was quite surprised to read that. I thought you'd be able to just do it as you're on the bus or just do one at a time, but she wants you to do it all together. And you remember, it doesn't have to be your best mate. It can be somebody who you just met once. You know, it could be somebody who you might not even get along with now, but they had an impact because they made you change the course of action of your life. You know, so I can think of a couple of people, you know, and I'll share them with you in a moment. So I might change my mind. Here's an example though. Rhonda's going to give you an example of what you might say. Sarah, I want to thank you for the time you encouraged me to follow my heart. I was lost and confused that day, and your words touched me and lifted me out of despair. Because of what you said, I found the courage to follow my dream, and I moved to France to work as an apprentice chef. And now I'm living my dream, and I couldn't be happier, all because of what you said to me that day. Thank you, Sarah. It's very important that you say the reasons why you're grateful, and you can't say too much. Instead, the more you say and the more you feel, the more amazing results you will see the magic explode into your life. From doing this practice, it numbers amongst the most powerful acts of gratitude you can ever perform. If you're not in a position to talk out loud, then you can write down your words to each person, address them as though you're writing a letter. So I want you to do all three at once. It might take 10 minutes. Surely you've got 10 minutes today to just sit down and really give it some focus, and maybe think this morning who you're going to think of. And you know what, why can't you do more than 3 if you can't think of 3? And if you can't think of 3, try harder, quite frankly. There's got to be people. You've not got here all by yourself. You know, you've not got where you are, you know, but still, whatever age you are, doing, wherever you're living, wherever you're working, whatever family you've got, whatever your dreams are, you've not got those all by yourself. Somebody's going to have impacted you. So I can think of 2. One's quite a strange one, the first one. So this might seem a bit odd because it didn't really end well. But I'll be forever grateful to this man. And that's Jason Vale, the juice master. Because without him and without me meeting him on the very first retreat that I went on, I would never have be doing what I'm doing now. I wouldn't. I remember going on that retreat and I was lost, Jane, like you. I was in an absolute state, and it was when we were starting to go through, as the shit was all going to start happening. It was 10 years ago, and I remember getting a last minute place, so it was a ridiculous discount, and I just went, and I remember we put it on a credit card when we found one that had a bit of room on. It was awful, honestly, but I went, and I just knew in my gut. And I went, and it happened to be a Jason week, which I wasn't even aware of. And he was there for it with his lovely partner, Kate. And the people there and everything just really had a big, profound impact on me. And I've never been away before on my own. And just the whole vibe of the place. And it just completely changed the course of my life. Because then he'd asked if I wanted to volunteer. He knew he was a fitness instructor, and I said yes. So I volunteered, but then I ended up sort of getting promoted because they didn't have fitness instructors. They didn't really do fitness on the retreats. They just did yoga he used to teach, or the manager would teach the odd fitness class. And I pointed out they shouldn't really be doing that because they're not insured, because they're not qualified fitness teachers, you know. And so then I got a job. And that was it. And that has completely... I did that for 3 years with him, and then I realised I was spending too much time away from home, so I did my own. And I was so nervous, so anxious, but it worked, and it did it, and it got us through a really difficult time. And look what it's grown into. When I set my Facebook account up, well, I didn't know how to use Facebook at all. There was a marketing woman who happened to be a guest one year on the mountain in Turkey, and she set it up, and they called it Get Over Yourself, because I used to say it in class. That wasn't my name. Someone said, oh, let's call it Get Over Yourself. I remember it was raining one summer in Turkey. One day we had storms, so we were all sat in this little hub with all the crappy sofas and stuff, because it was like 1 star, but it was amazing. And it was pouring down, and I don't know why I'm digressing and telling you this story. If you've been on retreat, you'll have heard it. And she said, we'll call it Get Over Yourself. Anyway, she was setting up a Facebook account on her laptop, and I had this little iPad mini, and I was getting really concerned. And I just said to her, I said, Harriet, I said, you're doing it on your iPad, so could you please do it on mine instead? You know, she said, what are you on about? I said, because I want to be able to see it. So can you do it on my iPad? Set it up. And she went, oh, for God's sake, Sally. She says, once I put it on, you'll be able to get it from your iPad. But I didn't know that. You know, I'm still not technically brilliant, but I'm a genius now compared to what I was. And so they didn't half laugh. So I left that week, though 2 weeks later, with 14 likes on the page. And I literally thought I was some sort of business tycoon. I'd never done videos or anything. And I remember doing my first video. There was no live then. I had to pre-record it. And I remember doing it, and oh, it was just a disaster. But I posted it anyway, and I was going sideways. I was effing and jeffing at the phone, fucking hell. Sorry about my language, thinking it was off and it wasn't. So I thought, do you know what, it's my first one, I'll post it. 14 likes. And then people had share it, and it'd start getting a few more likes. And after a few months, I did my first ever plank challenge. I thought I just wanted to do it myself. So I said, does anybody want to join me? And nearly everybody did it. And then they started sharing the videos. And back in that day, well, going back this would have been, wanted to start Simon, this would have been about 7 years ago. I remember everybody started sharing it, and I still didn't have a lot. I probably had about 700 people by then, I don't know, but it just got shared. And back in the day, Facebook used to share everything. Honestly, everybody used to see your stuff, but they don't do that now, and I understand why. It's too busy. Would you like to see stuff off everybody that you follow? Would you? Heck, you've got to be selective. And I left that mountain with 14 likes, and to think now, I think just this week it's just gone over 42,000. I know it's only a number, and it's a number of vanity, to be honest, because it doesn't matter as long as your people are engaged. So 42,000 people. But you think I've set up my own retreats on this country and abroad. I do virtual retreats now. I've got this most amazing private monthly membership, which is my favourite part of the business, because you really get to know people on a different level. You really do, and it's just wonderful. And we have meetups, obviously, when we can have meetups. And we've got some wonderful ones planned, honestly, when COVID's over. Involves ice cream. And it's just, and I won't be doing any of that. And when I look back and I think of the people that I've met, the transformations and that I've been privileged to be a part of people's lives, so I'm going to get upset. It's just unreal. It is just unreal. And that would never have happened if I hadn't have gone on that juice retreat and been inspired by Jason Vale. It wouldn't have happened. I mean, unfortunately, they were really supportive at first, but then when they started getting really successful, he sort of changed his tack, so he got rid of me, basically. But that's just how it is. But I'll bear no grudge. I'm still really grateful. Even though it didn't end well in the end, I'm still so grateful. Definitely, because it's changed my life, and that's allowed me to have an impact and to be part of other people's lives, and so it's unbelievable. And another one, I'll just quickly give you another example, is a random man. Will, his name's Will, because he used to occasionally come to my body pump classes at the gym, and he's older than me, and he used to stand at the back. He didn't come all the time. And when he used to teach body pump, and I remember this was about 2 years after I'd started juicing or been to the juice retreat. So I hadn't set my retreats up yet, because I'd done the juice retreat for about 3 years before I started doing my own. So I wasn't even doing my own retreats. I just had I don't even know if I had this page. And I was driving along and I saw him Nordic walking along Morecambe Promenade. And I nearly crashed the car. I thought, what's that? I knew it wasn't trekking because it looked different. When you see older people with trekking poles, it was just marching along, really purposeful. And I thought, what on earth's that? That looks really good. Because I wasn't playing rugby anymore, and I just wanted something. I did a lot of spinning and body pump at the gym, and I thought, and I love walking. So I stopped the car and I ran after him. I said, Will, what's that you doing? He said, oh, it's Nordic walking. He said, it's wonderful. So I asked him to tell me about it. And I said, how did you learn? Because I thought, could you just go and pick up a couple of sticks? He says, you cannot. No, he says, you have to be taught how to do it. And he says the instructor who lived around here, she's French and she's gone back to France. So I thought, oh, shit. I really want to learn that. I really want to do it. So I looked it up. I had to travel to Scotland. And I just went and straight on and did the instructor's course. I didn't just go and do a normal course. I thought, I love the look of that. And because I'm an instructor, I want to learn how to do it and teach other people how to do it. And so I did. Literally within 4 weeks, I was having 3 days in Scotland, being taught teaching it myself, learning it myself, but then more importantly, how to teach it to other people, because there's a very specific pattern to follow. And that has been another life-changing thing. When I think of the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people who I have taught to Nordic walk locally and on my retreats, both in Turkey and Portugal and here. And I know so many of them still Nordic walk. You know, if you Nordic walk, I mean, some of you might be on here, you know, say I Nordic walk. And it is the most amazing thing to do. And I tell you, if somebody, I love spinning, and I've done Ironman, as you know, I love swimming, I love getting hot and sweaty, doing a hard hit session. But if somebody said, Sally, you can only ever do one fitness for the rest of your life, I would choose Nordic walking, hands down. Hands down, above anything. It's the only thing I can do at the moment. My back's bad. I can't do any fitness. I've not been able to do any fitness for 6 weeks. It's doing my head in. I've not got sweaty on my spinning bike. I did 10 minutes last week, but really gently. But I can still Nordic walk. I couldn't do it at the beginning, but now my back's easing slightly. I can do that, and I love it. It has saved me from going back into depression so many times, literally, because it's so purposeful. It's a big workout. And do you know what? This again sounds like a bloody cheeky link, and it isn't. It's just a pure coincidence that I should have been working on something else for people who maybe don't want to come on a retreat. You know, it's a bundle that I'm working on, that I'm going to provide a product that I'm going to sell online. It's not like a course, but I've not been able to record it because it's got fitness in it. So the one thing, and I'm going to be in Woman and Home magazine, get that in December, in January's issue. It's the feel good one about Nordic walking. They approached me, I just got a call out of the blue. And so she's put my website in. I thought, I've always wanted to do a Nordic walking online course, but it's been one of those that, you know, you keep saying, oh, I want to do it, and you don't. So I thought, well, I can do it. Why don't I do it now? So the last 2 or 3 weeks, I've been recording all the modules, and it's nearly ready. I think it's going to be ready by the end of next week. And it's a ridiculously low price, because I just want to keep it a low price to start with anyway, certainly this year. So it's just ridiculously low price, and it's going to be done, and I can't wait. And I can't wait, because a lot of people can't get to an instructor. A lot of people don't want to drive out to an instructor. A lot of people aren't anywhere near one. So it's just because there's no Nordic walking course online. I've looked, there's stuff on YouTube, but you can't, it's rubbish, honestly. You need to be taught in a specific way. So that's coming out. So Jason Vale and Will, 2 people who I absolutely categorically know have had such an impact on my life. And do you know what? Will probably never knows that, because I didn't really see him after that. And I always hold him with such gratitude in my heart. Will, I don't even know his last name, you know, and it's just incredible. So that's what I want you to do today. I want you to think. So it might not be somebody like, say, for instance, for me, Simon, because obviously has had a huge impact on my life. Of course he has, but that could be an obvious one. So I really want you to think, what, you know, like a sliding doors moment, what has really altered the course of your life? It could have been a chance meeting. It could have been something somebody said. It could be when you were having a crisis and somebody really helped you. Go chat with a stranger on the canal. You know, or it could be your best friend. So I want you to really, really think about it, please, and give it the thought that it deserves. 3 people. So I've got to think of one more, and I'll do that when I come off here. So let me just say one more paragraph to finish. When you've completed this practice, you will feel a huge difference in the way that you feel. The evidence of gratitude's power working is always that first and foremost that it makes you happy. The secondary evidence of gratitude's power is that you attract wonderful things. And as if all of that wasn't enough, the happiness you feel after practicing gratitude also attracts more wonderful things, which will make you even happier. That's the magic of life, and that's the magical power of gratitude. I mean, how true is that? All these exercises that we're doing, I'm getting loads of messages and emails from people who are really, really enjoying this magic. Some people aren't doing it all. Some people are doing every single one and they can't wait for the next day. Some people have just joined. Some people missed a week and they're joining back in. Practicing gratitude, so I'm going to have to go, makes you happy, because it changes the way you feel. And when you're feeling grateful, you feel happier, because your feelings are a consequence of your thoughts. So surely just doing it for that reason makes a big difference. So, and then you attract, and the amount of people who were saying, they said yesterday's, and I knew it would be, was one of the favourites, magic dust. Ladies were saying, I'm going out with pocketfuls of the stuff. One lady messaged me, she says, do you know what? She says, I've just realised you don't run out. You don't ever run out of magic dust. It's always there. You know, and there's some of the emails I got yesterday, you know, I can't really share them with you because they're obviously, I've not got the permission, but some of the stories of people saying what they're doing with the magic dust and how this is really making a difference. It's worth every syllable that comes out of my mouth. The mornings when I feel I'm not up to it and I can't be arsed and I'm feeling low myself, because you might all think, oh yeah, Lord, she's great. I've not been good recently. I really haven't for the last few weeks. And so some mornings, this has been a bloody struggle, I'll be honest. But I always come off feeling better. Always come off. I feel better now because I've got Will, you know, and Jason Vale and all that time of my life in my heart because I've brought it to the forefront. So I feel better. I didn't feel so bad this morning, but some mornings it is just as it is. We feel crap. So your comments stop. So I'll go through them all after this. Loads and loads of comments. I'm in hearts right off. Look at this, isn't it lovely? So it definitely does make you feel happy. It does bring kind to others. It's a win-win, isn't it, Jules? And that is Jules, bless her. Jules, like, she's an Ace Tribe member, is Jules. She does a little live every morning, just a chat with a coffee. So I'm doing it every day. Never been so committed to an exercise challenge. Yeah, but do you know what, Leslie? This will do you. It's just as good as a 30-day fitness challenge, if not more so, because doing this is going to make you want to do the other stuff, and that's what the tribe is all about. Of course, there's loads of fitness. I do live fitness every Thursday morning, me and Simon. You know, we do that every Thursday morning in the tribe, as well as all the stuff that you've got on the website. But really, it's about mindset, because we want to put you in a position to be able to want to feel. We inspire and then you motivate yourself. No willpower necessary, and that's what it's all about. So I'm going to leave you on that. Remember the tribe, I'll be emailing and I will be posting on this page quite a bit this week to remind people that the tribe for one day only. I'm not going to change my mind and do a Cyber Monday and all that bollocks. No, I feel bad enough having to do bloody Black-Eyed Friday, whatever they call it. Oh no, that's when you used to go out after work, wasn't it? The Friday before Christmas. So Black Friday, one day only, we're opening the tribe. If you go to the link, you can join the wait list there. But I'll be banging on about it for all week now. So now we've decided. All right then, everybody, have the most magical of days. And there's your magic dust for all of you. You went on my gratitude list this morning, every single one of you. Thank you to the people who take the time to show up to my videos. So if I was doing this to 3 people, it's just not the same. I feel, but seeing your comments and seeing you all engaging, it keeps me wanting to do it. So every single one of you collectively was on my I think you're about number 4 this morning, were on my gratitude list. Thank you for the hearts, everybody. Lots of love to you. And 7 a.m. tomorrow, I'll be live on a Saturday morning. Who's going to get up? Don't lie until 9 o'clock. Even if you do it from your bed, set your alarm and get up. All right, then, if you really want to do it, set your alarm even earlier and get up and do some stuff first. You know, I'd go for a walk in the dark if it was me. All right, lots of love, but you can be in your nightie in your bed, it's fine. All right, then, ta-ra.